Hi.
How
Hello.
are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. You
How?
want to tell us a little bit about yourself and hair nooks?
Yes. Yeah. So my name's Andy. I am from the Hair Nook in St. Catharines, which is a little salon, home-based salon.
So the hair nook is a home salon, correct?
Yes. Yeah. It is a home-based salon, which um is the atmosphere that I grew up in for salons and what I love to stick with. I spent a year in a salon in Oakville, Christine Alexander's, which is a fantastic salon. So great. Such like the staff there is just, it's so much fun. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're a regular there, you go in and you know everyone in every chair. Like it's
Nice.
just, it's a really fun atmosphere. But we really like the home salon vibe just because it's a little more personal and you don't have the
Right.
pressure that you do at a normal salon. So we're able to connect and we're able to take time to really get to know the person in her chair and not need to rush from person to
Right.
person and worry about all the overhead costs that would normally be in a salon. And the other upside to the home-based salon and being able to control things a little bit more is we're able to offer people who wouldn't normally be able to go to a salon an
Right.
opportunity to come in. Like I
Oh,
have one client who has a hijab, like she wears a
okay.
hijab, that's her, so she can't take it off in front of anyone
Right.
that's male, right?
Mhm.
And so in a normal salon, that's a little bit harder for someone to navigate because you don't know if there's going to be a walk-in or if
Right.
there's going to be anyone like that. So when I was at my salon in Oakville, I would go in on my day off.
Mhm.
Or everyone's day off. I'd go in on a Sunday or Monday when the salon was closed
Right.
and do that for her then. But it just makes it a lot easier when it's a home-based salon to make those personal and those needs that they have possible. So the other thing that I wanted to bring on here that's kind of a big focus of mine at the moment is the wigs that I create. That's something that I've expanded to recently in the COVID months. I was going stir crazy without doing hair.
Yeah.
So one day it just hit me. I was like, why don't I order a wig and just try coloring it? And so
That's
I
nice.
did that. Um, Posted it online.
Mhm.
That one sold. So I was like, why don't I
Wow.
get another one now? And just kind of like ease my way into it.
Right.
And now it's just kind of blown into a full on hustle that we're doing. I've got three of them here just to give a bit of an example, and then I'll go into more of like the
For sure.
advantages and who it kind of helps to be able to have this option.
Sounds good.
Um, so this one here
Oh, that's beautiful.
is one of them. Yeah, this is, I'm a little obsessed with this one right now because it is 30 inches long.
Wow.
It is the most insane head of hair I have ever dealt
So
with.
long.
So,
So
yeah,
nice.
it's
Wow.
it's crazy and it is thick. It is, yeah, very happy with it. So one thing that a lot of people do with wigs is if they want fun but they don't want the commitment,
Mhm.
wigs are a good option because you can, like, obviously you throw it on
Right.
for the day, for the weekend, whatever you want, then you take it off, you're done, you can go back to your natural hair.
Yeah.
So this wig is a good example of that for someone that she wants the fun, she wants the rainbow, like it's got the rainbow pastel, but she just wants it for her rave weekends and she wants to take it off and go back to her natural blonde self.
Right.
So this one is not a custom order. This one, and I have not styled it yet, so it's a little kinky. Um, Ones like this, though, are, I mean, it's not natural, but on the more natural and more natural length side of it, a lot of people that I've been providing these for and selling and people who have been buying them are people who need like a bit of a confidence boost.
Right.
So the first person that purchased one from me, she has had a lot of damage on her hair. She's got some balding going on. She's
Okay.
like just not happy with how she was looking. So the wig was her answer of, and she loves her rainbow. So she went all out. She got a full rainbow one to wear all of the time. So she's someone
Wow.
who she literally she shaved her head, and now she's feeling fierce in her new wig.
So are the wigs, is it synthetic hair or is it like real?
No, I do all human hair.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, which is why if it was, well, synthetic hair is just you can't do much with the synthetic hair, right? Like you can't style it. So I like the human hair, and so that's why the price point is like they're not cheap, but they're still for what they are and for the human hair, and they're reasonable. They're not break the bank, right? So,
right. And you probably get like longevity out of them too. Like it'll last you like, a while, I'm assuming.
Definitely. If you treat a wig really well, it can last you well over a year.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
of course it depends how often you're wearing it and how often, right? Like if you wear it for 3 weeks at a time, right, every single day, wear it out a little bit more, but yeah, it will last you a long time, which is the other perk versus actually doing your hair, right? You go to the salon, you pay the money, but then it grows out and fades. This one doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, yeah.
And the other thing I will say that is a crazy advantage with the wigs, especially wigs that have like the fashion colors and the rainbows, because anyone who's ever had a fashion color done on their head, like the number one thing the stylist will tell you is wash your hair in the most uncomfortably cold water you can bear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it helps keep the cuticle closed and keep the color in.
Oh.
So with the wigs, you can just wash it by hand and not need to freeze your entire body.
That's so easy. How do you store your wigs?
Ooh, another good question. So the ideal way to store them is just like I have them here, like just upright, detangled. These guys you can get for like, I think they're like $7 on Amazon, or like Sally's has them for $6. So literally just storing them upright is the best way, because then it keeps them tangle free, keeps them nice and soft. But the other option, when I send them out in a box and in like this almost like a fishnet, and so that helps keep the tangles out. So if you don't have a head available, you can just throw it in the fishnet and make sure all the hair is going in the right direction.
Gotcha.
Wrap it up and then just put it somewhere cool, dry, probably not right in a window, because it's not good for anyone's hair, whether it's on your head or on a wig.
You said you don't have a website, just your Instagram, right?
Yeah, so for the wigs, I just do all of the wigs on like my Instagram, Andy Vibes. And we do have a salon Instagram, the.hairnook. It has been slightly less active since, well, obviously COVID, there is no activity on it. And then since we've been back, I'm slowly getting my business partner and mom into Instagram. Yeah. So hopefully one day she can let me run it. But right now there just hasn't been much time to be on that one. So most of the activity for the salon in general is happening on my page. That's where I'm posting like any sales and anything we've got going on.
So for like any orders or anything, like that's all through your DM, right?
Yeah, orders are all through my DM. Anyone who wants to be upstate with what's going on, just watch my story. I'm working on getting a Shopify up for the wigs that I create that aren't pre-ordered. Okay. Yeah, but it's all new. It's all in the works. So right now, just DM is the best way to get through to me. And yeah, I can do a little bit of a walkthrough to kind of give you the lowdown of what's new. The biggest thing, well, I guess there's a couple different things. Before COVID started, we would have everyone come and just enter our house like they normally would from upstairs. But since COVID, we have adjusted that because we would just want like as few people coming through spaces that they don't need to come through. So I'm just going to flip you around here. We have everyone come in through our back door, which is where I am now. Okay. During the day when we have people, this little setup is normally outside our door before they get in. So we have the hair nook and our guidelines. So just before entering the salon, sanitize, So we keep our little sanitizer out there. As well, we can't have any guests in the salon at like right now just because it's a smaller space.
Right.
Have to wear masks the whole time, and anyone who doesn't, we have masks available for them. And then, and then feel the salon, feeling fresh and fab. But that's always a rule. So we have people come in the back door with all that. Also on the outside, we have like the COVID guidelines and checklist, which is obviously on the outside, so we can't see that right now. And they come in just straight down our stairs, and it's in wig zone right now. So yeah, and so we're in our little. So the big thing right now is our waiting room is no longer a waiting room. Like, we can't have any extra guests here, so this space pretty much always just stays clear. Besides that, we are wiping down absolutely. Ooh, that's close to my face. We're wiping down every surface every time someone leaves. So whenever I have, because the most we'll ever have in here is 4 people at a time, just because 2 stylists, 2 clients. So every time we have someone at the basin, we've got like bleach sanitizer wipes. So we'll make sure that we wipe down the neck area, wipe down the back, the arms, the seat, all ready for the next person, so that when their color's ready, they just come over, sit down. Same with all our brushes, all of our clips. They now go into their own little Barbicide bin. Every time we're done a client, we throw all their stuff in there. It gets cleaned. We give it a scrub and then take it out by the time we need it for the next person. So really, it's just everyone has to wear masks, which is, I mean, luckily we're in the basement. It's a cold salon, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, everyone has to wear masks, and just any sanitizing that we used to do has now been multiplied by 10.
So before we finish, is there anything else that you like really want to highlight or talk about?
I would say probably just, because I just thought of it as I was talking about rushing people or getting as many people in. One thing with the hair nook, and especially with me and the color jobs that I do a lot of color and a lot of really big jobs, like 5 to 7 hour hair jobs for people. So as far as COVID goes, it hasn't really affected me with my bookings, because when I have someone coming for a really big color job, my priority is them for that day. Like, a lot of the time, I only book one person per day. I give myself lots of time. I never want to feel rushed doing someone's hair, just because they're coming, they're trusting me with their hair, they have a vision, and I'm not interested in feeling rushed and panicked about getting it done and getting the next person in. Like, I want you to leave with your hair. Like, if you tell me 3 times in a row that the tone isn't right, we're going to go back and tone it every time. All right. Okay. So now I will see you later.
Andy.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.